Hey guys, good afternoon. It's RG here, and I hope that you're all having an amazing Thursday. As you guys know, Tuesdays and Thursdays are a typical time for us to come live for you guys. And today I do have a planner spread that I'm going to be creating on, featuring our newest download, Hello Lovely. Why is it that I have to say hello? Like, I can't just say hello lovely, not hello. Anyway, I hope you guys have had a blast creating with the Hello Lovely digital download, as well as incorporating that not just into your greeting cards, but into your memory keeping, planner potentially, and a few other fun little elements that can bring the Hello Lovely digital download to life. Now, you know, I'll be honest, I have not had the opportunity to play with the mini version yet. I've only played with the large files. Has anybody played with the mini ones yet? Because those would be probably super cute to be able to add to cards or scrapbook pages or planner items. Whichever way that goes, I think they'll be super fun, right?
Yes.
Super
Super.
super fun or kind of fun?
Super fun.
Super fun, like super S-U-P-P-E-R?
What?
Super or supper?
No, it's super, not supper.
It's super, not supper. I can't confirm nor deny, but I did kind of switch them typically.
Real quick, little shout out to Catherine Bruce.
Hi, Catherine.
She said, I can't believe I'm actually watching you live.
That's so exciting, Catherine. Well, welcome to the studio. And of course, we're going to do a live this evening, afternoon. For us here in Arizona, it's 6 o'clock, 6:10 in the evening. And it's kind of hot. So if you don't know of Arizona weather, you know, we kind of have either a mild summer and then we have regular summer. So maybe we'll get a few weeks of fall.
Summer and a little bit of spring.
Just maybe like a little bit of spring and like 2 days of fall. Definitely no winter. And then it goes right into summer. And now that summer has arrived a little early as per usual. And it just means it's hot day and night. There's really no cool off period. But, you know, it's kind of how it goes. So today, again, I'm going to be creating in my planner using the Hello Lovely digital file. Now, let me go ahead and show you that. It launched on Monday, and it's been so fun to see all the different projects that have been created. So this is what the digital file looks like. Now, for those of you that are new to our digital files, just remember, guys, you can just simply download them from your computer. Once you download it on your computer, you can either save it to your computer, save it to a USB, put it on a Dropbox, whatever you like, and then you could either print them at home or take them to your local office store and they'll print them for you. What I like to do is I like to bring my own cardstock and take it to the local office store especially if I'm bringing them for the kids, so that they can print them out all for me. At home, I just print them in my home printer, and that way you have access to them whenever you want, however many you want, and you don't run out. So you get the regular large format, the regular PDF, no cut line, as well as the cut line version, so that you can actually follow along and cut along the outline, or you can send it through your digital cutting machine. Like I use my scan and cut, and I send them all through that. And then you also get the mini version in case you have smaller projects that you want to create, and it just gives you more size options, which is really nice. So I have already gone through this, and I've already colored them in, and I've already cut them out through my file. Because if you guys remember, I did a project on Tuesday, and I had a few of the pieces left over, so I just decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and color in some more to save us some time when we go live the next time around, just so that I can focus on a few other things that I want to teach you. So here's our planner spread. Now remember, guys, if you are part of our planner club, you receive the Happy Planner with your first order, so that you can actually have a planner to be able to work in. So I kind of shared and shown a variety of different projects, and this time I'm going to be using a stencil. I used a stencil for Cinco de Mayo, and I'm going to kind of play on the stencil idea a little bit more. So let me just do one at a time. See?
So real quick, Catherine is letting us know that her daughter-in-law is watching for the very first time.
Hi, daughter-in-law.
So give her a little shout out. Her name is Amber.
Hi, Amber. Well, welcome to the studio. I hope that we inspire you to go out and create some creations of your own, which is always a great idea. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use a little bit of painter's tape to hold down my stencil and my planner page, just because I don't want it to like move around too much. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but the last time I showed you a little bit of grabbing ink onto a wipe and then placing it on your project or your stencil. So we basically used a workable sheet, just a piece of acetate. And I'm going to do the same thing again because I'm going to show you a couple of different variations. I'm going to go from light to dark a little bit here. So on one side, I'm using some Gina K dye-based inks. I'm putting a little bit of this beautiful sea glass color. And on the other side, I'm going to just add a little bit of this jelly bean green. And I'm going to grab a baby wipe. Now, what's so great about a baby wipe is it allows you to control color, water or moisture without having to oversaturate your paper, because of course it's thinner paper. It's designed to be a planner, or for a planner, of course, to write on a journal. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in here and I'm just going to brush on some of these hearts from the stencil, okay? So again, not too psycho killer. I really want just enough of an impression. And I'm gonna merge some colors together too. Like I don't want it to be solid. I don't want it to be perfect. I want it to be just like an impression. Do you see a little bit of what's happening here? Just a light impression with a little bit of a watery look and feel. And it's exactly what I'm going for here. I'm gonna grab some pink as well. I've got all these candies because I was like chomping on candies waiting to go live, so I promise I won't. I promise I won't put them in my mouth while we're live, because really,
oh no, yeah,
that would not be, because then I wouldn't be able to speak, because those are high chews and they happen to be my favorite candy like ever. And the problem with high chews is that they're very chewy, hence the name. And then high chews. And juicy?
Never mind.
What's happening?
And that's why you can't really talk.
So now I'm going to come in and I'm just going to add a little bit of pink on there. Super cool.
And by the way, a lot of our viewers are loving this digital download too. So
oh my gosh, it's been so much fun. All right, so I basically just came back and I wiped off my stencil. So carefully, I'm going to remove this guy, and we're going to come back and add a little bit more to this, but I'm just going to kind of show you the look that we're going for here. And you can kind of see we added all those watercolor-like hearts, and I say watercolor because they look watercolored. Obviously, they're not watercolor because it was regular paper. There's still some moisture in there, so it's going to dry off completely, but we're going to go ahead and come back and do our other side real quick. Now remember to hold on to your planner page also, not just the stencil itself, because you don't want the page to shift on you as you're rubbing color in. So we're going to grab our workable sheet again. Some of that blue, and it's just a really cool look on our planner. Again, I'm looking for the watercolor look without really watercoloring on my planner. So I'm going to start again with my blues. Then I'm going to come back with my greens. And I'm not too particular about them matching up necessarily. That doesn't matter to me because I'm gonna come back and do more, okay? So this is kind of like just the beginning. We're just getting started, guys. And lastly, I'm gonna add my pink here. Now remember, I kind of want my pink hearts to live everywhere. And this is great, especially for a Mother's Day spread or for just kind of like a self-empowerment page, especially since it's your planner. You just want to do like a girl power feel. And this is definitely a great way to do that. All right. So we have gone in and we've added the same treatment to our other page. Now this is going to be a great spread for the month of May. And I'm just kind of getting rid of all my, I've become quite fond of this painter's tape. It's become my best friend.
I was about to say that.
You were going to say, that's what happens when you've been married for 23 years.
See,
you kind of say the same things.
You read my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, Catherine is letting us know that one of her friends almost fell off her chair yesterday when she showed her this digital download.
What?
Because she absolutely loved it, and
That's
of course
so
she ordered
cool.
it.
That's so
really
cool. Okay, guys, look at my toothpaste spread. So cute. You told me you didn't like me that. What? A nerd alert.
Nerd alert.
I know, okay. So if you wanted to, you can come back and, you know, just kind of add color to the edges. You know, just, you know, so it doesn't look like you're just perfectly on this. You have to go potty, babe. You're dancing over there. Just so you get more of that watercolory look and feel. And that's really what I'm going for here. Now this one's drying up already nicely. If you want, you can speed it up by just grabbing your heat tool. Remember, there's just a little bit of moisture on there. And we just want to dry this up. But I love the look. I love the look. And now we're ready to come back and add more color. Now I'm going to kind of dry it from the other side. Now remember when we did the Cinco de Mayo one too? That was really fun. I can tell if it's wet because it comes through the other side. So I'm just kind of drying it up.
And Jasmine is on here.
Hi, Jasmine.
Hola.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all my Mexican. Say Happy Mother's Day to your mom for us, please. Today is Mexican Mother's Day, if you guys didn't know. As a matter of fact, we were having that conversation earlier with our trainer because we determined that why is it that only Mexican mothers have a Mexican Mother's Day? Like, there isn't a Mexican Father's Day. There's only a Mexican Mother's Day.
Yeah, like for whatever reason in Mexico, they
Only
celebrate it
moms.
on May 10th.
On a particular date, yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to add a little bit of sponging to my squares. Now, I don't want to be perfect like I have taught you in the past. And this particular dauber is perfect for this because it's like a rectangle dauber. So I really just want to highlight certain... I'm all about color in this spread here. And again, I love the watercolor look on it. But I want it to look watercolored. I didn't want the sponging to look perfect. If you wanted a perfect heart impression, you could have, in fact, sponged the stencil instead of doing the baby wipe technique. So it's totally up to you and the look that you're going for. But you are going to fall in love with what we got here just in a minute. Watch. You just watch. Sometimes I start these off and I don't really know where I'm headed. And then eventually, like, the vision comes on and you're like, yes, it's going to look cute. Because it's not like you have that many planner spreads to work on. All right, so I added a few of the blues. I love that. I'm gonna switch my dauber, and I'm gonna add some jellos.
So Joe, your brother,
Joe
joined us.
Hey, Joe. What up, Joe?
He's calling us crazy.
Why?
But he loves us.
Why exactly?
He's introducing himself. He's saying that he loves these two crazies, Richard and Gabby. He's funny. We love you too, Joe.
It's so funny because we were, like I said, we were with our trainer earlier today, and we were having this conversation of, what were you saying? Oh, my head. We were having this conversation, and he kind of went into like nerd alert, like, oh yeah, and this blah blah blah, you know, started talking all his like trainer talk, and I'm like, what a nerd alert. And so Gabby's like, well, that's exactly how you get when you're talking about paper crafting. And you say, I know, but that's actually cool. And Gabby's like, I'm sure Nathan thinks that his thing is cool. We were all given different gifts.
That's right.
All right, so now I'm going to come back, and I'm going to add a little pink. Just a little pink. I love the fusions of color in this spread because I can still see my hearts in the background. It still looks very watercolory. Is that a thing?
Watercolory?
Watercolory?
Watercolory? Sure.
I just made
it's
it.
It's an RG, you know.
It's an RG thing. Done. Sold. All right. Super cute. Love it. Absolutely love it. And it's ready for us to start adding some of these embellishments. So what we've got here is we've got a couple of different pieces that I'm going to place. Look how beautiful these girls are going to look on my spread. And we've got all of the different inspirational messages and little bells and whistles that I'm going to be adding here. So I'm going to grab my adhesive gun. Now I ended up not printing it out of label paper this time, out of our sticker paper, because I already had it done. And I thought, you know what? Sorry, you're going to see hair in a minute. Because I can't see. Okay, that's enough. That's enough hair of RG. Maybe if I bring it closer to me.
Show off your hair. No, I'm just kidding.
So I'm going to adhere that there. Super cute. I love the little scallop on there. It's a great little added element. I have something special to show you guys here in a minute. You're gonna lose it. Because I was playing last night with some digital files and I decided to create something fun and something special. So at least I think it's fun and special. I'm sure you guys will too. All right, so I'm gonna place, now you've got some amazing space here for journaling, and of course you have to remember, guys, you have to have your space for your photographs. So remember, I'm going to leave space for all my photographs. I love to keep them in black and white so they don't compete with my digital files or my journaling. It's all about what you're adding to your week, to your planner. And I love the different sayings, right? Like, you got this, everything is a choice, especially for your planner. So I'm going to bring this in here. Everything is a choice. Right in here. You also have a birthday greeting, but I'm not going to use that. And then I have, oops. I feel like I'm missing some of my sayings.
Are they underneath your...
They're here somewhere.
They're hiding.
And then I'm going to add the you got this right in here. All right. So remember, guys, I want to make sure that I leave enough space for my photographs. I've got so many different fun sayings and sentiments. And I'm just kind of looking around here because I had a few others that I'm going to use. But I'm going to hold off on this one because I'm going to show you something that I created yesterday. Super, super fun. Now, this is kind of where my spread is going, and I'm absolutely loving its direction, right? So I'm going to make this all about Mother's Day, and so that's why I've added the everything is a choice. I'm going to, hopefully print out some more photos tonight and even over the weekend for Mother's Day celebration. And I'll have the opportunity to come back and journal all the different pieces. But last night, as I was playing in my studio...
Real quick, before you... What type of gun is that? The tape gun?
This is from Scrapbook Adhesives, and it's the Easy Runner Grand. And it's my favorite adhesive. So they came up with a Mega. So this one's pretty cool. I love it. So I use the Scrapbook adhesives for the most part in every single thing. All my foam squares are Scrapbook adhesives, and of course my runners are Scrapbook adhesives. Yeah. Alrighty, so yeah, I don't know where my little messages went. But, alright, so let me show you guys something super, super uber loads of cool. So I'm going to take this photo out because I was just giving you kind of like a placeholder. And once this page is completely done, oh, here's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Found it, thank you. Now, let me kind of bring this in here. I'm going to work on it some more, but in order for me to show you that next amazing little part, I need this to be in its place. All right, so I love the spread. I love the way it looks in my planner. And again, this is the one we created for Cinco de Mayo. I haven't put any photos on it yet. And then this is the one we're going to be creating later on this month for our club members. So our club members receive those exclusive digital files, and their job is to create and capture photographs for the first 2 weeks of May so that they can come in here and place those photos in there. But I'm gonna kind of go back and forth because I am using my planner as a memory keeping album. So I want like my own yearbook for the year. And so I've got a couple weeks of May, but I'm also gonna do a special highlight for Cinco de Mayo, and I'm gonna do a special highlight for Mother's Day. So this is kind of like where I'm headed. All right, so again, last night as I was playing in my craft room, I designed 2 different files. I designed these really long bookmarks because if I use my Happy Planner hole punch, I have the opportunity to bring them in and have these really cool dividers that'll stick outside of my planner.
What?
So exciting. And so I designed the star, I designed a tag, I designed a dome, and a little flag and or house topper, depending on what you're going to create, to be able to work with. And of course you can now die cut, use your machine to cut it or cut it by hand, and then simply use that puncher to be able to add it. So I've already kind of done that. I've already scanned these files in. I've already cut them out. And I've already applied gesso to them because I'm going to create that watercolor look to be able to infuse in my planner. And what's so great is, again, you'll have the opportunity to just bring this into your Happy Planner and check it out. You've got this super cool little tag that will stick out of your planner. So I love that.
The front door.
I absolutely love that. We're going to play with this a little bit more here. Now remember, it's got some model gesso on it, so it's gonna be a little bit stiffer. But I'm gonna start playing with this piece because I want the same kind of look. I want it to be watercolory, and I'm gonna grab some art anthology this time. I'm gonna grab some blues. Now you could decide you want to spray directly onto it, which is cool. If you do, I do recommend that you spritz it with a little bit of water first, just so that the color's a little, not so intense. We've got this kind of going on, but I want it to be a little bit more aqua-ish, more under the sea-ish.
And then real quick, that's super cool. They're saying that they're loving that idea.
It's amazing, guys. I prefer to spray it onto here because then I can control my color just a little bit more. And of course, I've already done front and back. And I don't have to worry about all the drying times as much.
So what kind of a hole punch was that again?
So this is from the actual Happy Planner. They created a punch that fits their ring system specifically. Now I have heard that there's other punches that fit it. I believe Nikki had shared that there's one from, I want to say,
you can find it like at Staples or
like a Staples, yeah, that actually fits the, but I don't know for a fact because I only have this one. So this is the one that I have, but I believe my planner pros out there are like, RG, there's a better one out there. I'm like, all right, well, if there is, let somebody know here. All right, so I've got some really cool stuff. Now I'm gonna dry this up just a little bit because it's a little wet. I love it, guys. I am so in love. I was so excited last night when this was coming together because I kind of wanted something different. I love to work on my planner. I love to design myself. In other words, I don't really want it pre-done for me. I don't want to buy one that's already done and decorated. I feel like, you know, anyone can do that. We're crafters, for heaven's sake. We need to design our own stuff. So certainly that's the step that I took, and so I decided to design my own file. And I'm going to be using the super cool. So I've got this girl here that's going to come onto the space. And then I've got the message, she believed she could, so she did. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm going to grab some foam squares just to create a little bit more texture. Maybe do I want it? No, I want it down here. And now you've got now you can decide to put photographs on here, maybe even journal or add your own, like a special prayer that you're going to use as a bookmark that you love, that you always want to make sure is present for you to be able to give you that encouragement. I love it. I love all of those ideas. So she believed she could, so she did. And I'm going to grab some white dye to do my thing. You know me and my spritzies. Just kind of makes it a little bit more finished and fun. I'm also going to grab some yellow. Needs to be shaken.
It's looking beautiful.
I love it. I just think it's a great way to create that cool highlight, you know? It's just like super fun.
And then Patty Parade, she's saying, when it matters, add a splatter.
When it matters, add some splatter. So true. It's going to become a thing, Patty. All right. So you guys kind of catch my drift here. I think it's super fun. I'm going to kind of move this out of the way so that I don't get anything inky, or everything inky, I guess I should say. And you know I'm going to add some splatter onto this as well. Everything's falling, babe. So let me just kind of show you. It's still kind of wet, but patience is not a virtue that I possess. So I'm just going to kind of like, look how beautiful that is. Like, I absolutely adore it. I'm going to add some splatter to my regular pages as well.
Well, guess who's loving this marker?
Who?
Alex.
Alex? I thought she ditched me today. She said she was going to come, she was going to join us live, and I'm like, yeah,
Well, she's here.
You know how I know she's like faking it half the time? Because I go back and see her Insta stories, and there I am jibber jabbering in the background, and she's doing something else.
She's
Like,
multitasking.
really? You're not paying attention, Alex. All right, guys. Absolutely love it. I think it's so much fun. And again, the idea and the notion of creating these bookmarks, and I can already see all kinds of different bookmarks because they've got different toppers. Again, I got a star topper, I've got this little arrow, and then I've got the super cool like half circle, and then of course I've got the tag. And again, they print on a full 8.5 by 11. And you get 2 on each side. So I could certainly shrink them, but you kind of want a nice little bookmarker. But you obviously have to have a punch that apparently has now been splattered. Thanks. I guess it mattered, Patty, because we gave it some texture.
And again, real quick, what is the ink that you use to do your?
So this is just regular acrylic based, so it's more watered down acrylic paint. So you can do it with acrylic. I kind of teach you most of the time to do it with acrylic. This just makes it so that I don't have to add water. It's already watery enough. Or it's also used to fill pens, but it's acrylic base. Or you can use anything, guys, any type of medium that you prefer, as long as it's the right colors. I do like to use acrylic ink for my white because then it stays white and it doesn't get soaked into my page. But check it out.
Gorgeous. I love.
Super gorgeous.
Love
It's ready for
colors.
me to go out and find all of my photographs. I also love the Slay Girl Slay. Now you can add all these little positive messages on, you know, like, because I've got to make it happen. So you can make it happen. You can do Slay Girl Slay, like, as this little positive. It's not dry yet, RG. Okay. As this little, like, positive bookmarker that you can continue to play with and play with and play with and play with. Super, super fun. What do you guys think? Do we like it?
I love it.
Now, again, I don't have photos yet because Mother's Day is technically on Sunday. So I'm going to use and grab all my photos. But I will definitely show you my finished 2-page spread with photographs. I'm also going to do the back of my little tag or my bookmarker. And again, guys, I do believe they sell bookmarkers that are already done. I just love it to kind of coordinate with my spread. So I do have the plans to go back and do some for, like, you know, my super cute one on, you know, for my planner meetup. As well as we've done some really cute ones for the basic or the planner essentials. That would be super cute as well. You also have the opportunity to create your little clippies, and instead of actually attaching them to your pages, you can attach it to the actual bookmarker and or add your little paper clips and all your little goodies. So super, super fun stuff. Ta-da!
Great ideas. Absolutely beautiful. What?
Thank you. I showered. Oh, you mean the spread?
Yeah. You too.
Thank you. So again, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. So much fun. Now, let's talk about the digital files. So I will be making these digital bookmarks available on the website. Now, remember, guys, these are already outlined. So they're outline images. So I'm not going to necessarily add a mini version or things like that because I don't know that we need them. So it's totally up to you guys how you guys want to run. I will be adding them to a website. However, all of our club subscribers for the planner will actually receive them sometime in the next few days. So we'll send you guys, when we send you guys the list for your planner, because we send the supply list still, right? So when we send you the supply list for your planner meetup, we'll also send you the files so that you can have them as an extra little thank you for being a part of our planner club. We truly, truly appreciate each and everybody and all the support that they have for our digital files. Remember, the Hello Lovelies also available. If you would like to subscribe to the planner club, you can still subscribe to the planner club. Remember, you can do so either digital files only for $25 or you can receive the actual kit in the mail. If you receive the kit in the mail, you're also going to receive an exclusive planner, one of these guys, on your very first order so that you can work on it for the remaining months as we continue on to the club. So it's totally up to you, however you guys want to do it, but it's an amazing opportunity. See?
And where did you get the stencil? I believe the heart one.
The stencil heart is an old stencil, guys. I don't know where I got it. I want to say it's a Heidi Swap stencil, and you know she hasn't made stencils in a long time. So this is a really, really old stencil, but I do have some exciting new stencils that I've designed specifically for the planner that I'm hoping will come to life here in the next couple of weeks. So I've already sent them for prototyping, and as soon as I get them back, I love it because I don't have to go around and mask anything. I designed it to fit my squares and my rectangles perfectly, and I've got all these really cool ideas on how to use them, how to bring the background to life without having to add additional layers of cardstock. And again, it gives you more of that natural handcrafted look, which is the look that I love. I'm not the biggest fan of just stickers. I love the idea of making it look like I created it myself and it was intentional, because it kind of fits my vibe, my creative space. It fulfills that need to create, but I'm still doing memory keeping in my planner, and that's kind of what we're all about here at RG Studio 360, is bringing creativity to life. Any other questions?
No, just Alex said she agrees that it's from Heidi Swap the stencil.
Yeah, I believe so.
Our planner peeps are excited and they love the planner club. So, are you playing with brushes now? As a mustache?
Yep. Yeah, it's so much fun, guys. Again, a huge thanks for everybody who joined us live, as well as everybody who's shared our videos, continues to share the word of RG Studio 360. We have some amazing digital files that are coming to life here in the next few days, as well as if you saw my project that I shared on the RG Shares page, you notice that I had some Spanish sentiments there. So I am going to be releasing a Spanish-only file just with sentiments. In other words, it's just really more text and fonts for Mother's Day and for special occasions in Spanish and in English. So the thing is, when you get the English one, you also can access the Spanish one. So it's not like two separate files that you have to buy. So for my bilingual people, yay, you get double perks. If, of course, you only speak English, then you don't necessarily need to save the additional file, but you also get it in case you want it. So I'm making sure that you can marry those up. Actually, I should show the card because you may have not seen it. So I have it right here. No, I can't show it. Show it this way. Gabby's like, no, you can't show the card. Just kidding.
Oh. Okay, you're gonna make them go like.
Super gorgeous. Now, I married this up with our Platter digital download, and I added some amazing little sentiments there that are going to be available both in English and in Spanish, but it comes in the same digital file. All right, guys, any questions? No mas? We're all good? Guys, I hope that you're inspired to go out and create some gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous pages in your planner. I can't wait to see them. Remember to tag us so that we can see all the yummy and gorgeous projects that you're creating. Guys, again, thanks for joining us. Remember to create the life you want and make amazing happen. Buenas noches.